All right, everybody. Here we are once again. I got the new test, the new modernized version of the Class A pre-trip inspection, A and B. So first things first, when I get in the truck, I do my 3 points of contact, right? 2 hands and 1 feet. I jump in the truck, not jump in the truck, I'm gonna sit in the seat. First thing I'm gonna check, I'm gonna do my seat belt. I'm gonna put on my seat belt. Right. I'm gonna safe start the truck. Right, on a stick shift truck, I wanna make sure that the shifter's in neutral, my brakes are popped out, and I have to push the clutch in. So when I cycle the truck, when I'm doing my safe start, I'm checking for my ABS light, right? My ABS and my DEF light. My ABS light to turn on my dash and on my trailer, right? And then on my indicators, my ABS indicators. So I'm gonna cycle the truck. Let's see, turn the key. My ABS light turned on and off. On my trailer and tractor, my DEF indicators came on and off. So I'm gonna start the truck. While I'm letting the air pressure build up and stuff like that, I can do the parts of the in cab that are the instrument panel and stuff like that. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna check my mirrors from the inside. My mirrors are clean and clear, right? And they're adjusted to me, the driver. I got my emergency equipment. I got my 6 spare fuses. I got my 3 reflective triangles. And right here by the door, I got my fire extinguisher. It's charged and secured, right? Then I'm gonna go do my light indicators and my horn. So I got my low beam, my high beam, just like in a car. I got my left turn signal, I got my right turn signal, I got my 4-way flashers, right? I got my city horn, beep beep, I got my air horn, right? I got my wipers and washers. My wipers and washers, arms and blades are secure. They work. I'm gonna push down on the little button. Hey man, you got no water? I gotta put water in my tank. Then I got my windshield. My windshield is clean with no obstructions. It's not cracked and there's no flawed glass. The next thing I'm gonna check is my heater and my defrost. I want to make sure that my heater and my defrost, right, turn up the heat. I'm going to check up on top. The defrost is working and the heat down below is working. So now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my governor cutoff. Okay? That's it for the instrument panel. There's nothing else that I got to mention that's instrument panel wise. Now, depending on which truck, or as I'm building up the air pressure, so I don't, as I'm letting the air pressure build up on the primary and secondary, they should be between 120 and 140 psi or the governor cutoff. Now they're building air, pressure's coming up. At that moment, that's why I did a quick interior check of the rest of my components. Let's say I'm not talking fast enough or I'm talking too slow. The governor kicks in, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna check my leaks and stuff. And then when I start the truck back on to do my tug test, then I would continue if I missed anything on the instrument panel. It's always important to make sure that the governor kicks in Right, between 120 and 140 psi or governor cutoff. Now the pre-trip starts on the inside and it works its way to the outside. This video is just, we're doing the inside now. Governor's going to kick in. The only thing that's different is that I have to, there, my governor kicked in at approximately 140 psi. Right? So when the governor kicks in, the only thing I gotta say is when it kicked in. The governor kicked in, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna shut the truck off. I'm gonna put the truck in first. I'm gonna push in my brakes. Yellow is the tractor. Red is the trailer. I'm gonna turn the truck off. I'm gonna turn the key back to accessory. Now what I'm doing, I'm going to check for air leaks, right? I'm gonna push down on my brake for 1 minute, and I'm gonna make sure that the vehicle does not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute's time. The only thing that's different now is that you're gonna explain your results. So I'm gonna push down on my brake. I'm gonna have my clock, my watch, my phone. Air stabilizes on my brakes. Now I can go ahead and start my timer. Boom. I start the timer. At this moment I have 1 minute to check. The brake test now is everything. You have to explain each part of the test, which is what we were doing before, but now there's some specifics to it. So let's say for time reasons, I'm 57, 58, 59, 60. 1 minute has passed. I did not lose more than 4 psi on my. I did not see no more than 4 psi on my dash. I did not hear no air leaks from outside. When I took my foot off the brake pedal, I can hear the brakes disengage. I have no leaks in my system. The next thing I'm gonna check, my air warning device, which is my low air warning alarm. I'm going to fan my brakes, and up here on the dash, at 55 psi and above, my low air warning light should come on. So now I'm going to fan my brakes. My low air warning light came on. My low air warning light's working properly. The only difference is that now I'm going to tell the examiner. I'm going to explain my results. The primary is the tractor. Secondary is a trailer. I'm going to say, okay, my primary came off. The alarm came on around 60 psi. And on my trailer, my low air warning alarm came on. It looks around 55 psi. That's the only difference in the test. Now I'm going to continue to fan my brakes. And when I get between 20 to 45 psi, these valves should pop up. These are my emergency brake, right? So I'm my emergency brake test. Last thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna fan my brakes between 20 and 45 psi. Those two valves should pop up. So now, the valves popped up. My emergency brakes are working properly. The only difference is in this instance, now I'm going to tell the examiner, okay, my tractor brake popped up. It looks like at 15 psi, a little bit like 18 psi, and on the trailer side, my trailer valve popped up around 10 psi. That's the only difference. The alarm comes on, the valves pop up. I'm going to explain at what psi the alarm came off. I'm just explaining the results for each test. So now I'm going to do another safe start. Put the truck in first. Make sure the truck's in neutral. I'm gonna turn the truck on. Now, I'm gonna build the air pressure back up. And when the truck reaches above 90 PSI, then I can do my tug test. At this moment, as the truck is building up pressure, since we did a restart, if there's anything that I might have forgot, I can go ahead and think, did I forget anything? Then go over the stuff, you know, your lights, your emergency equipment, your mirrors, the wipers, the windshield, and the heater and the defrost. Anything that you might have missed, you can go over it right now. Give the truck, build up the RPMs to bring the air pressure up. It doesn't have to be at exactly governor cutoff, but it has to be at least 90 PSI. Like I said, if there's anything you might have missed, now's the time to catch it. I did all my lights, turn signals, 4-ways, heater. Okay, the primary is at 100. The secondary, which is the trailer, it's coming up to 100. So I'm already past 100 PSI. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to tug on my tractor, right? So I'm going to put the truck in first. I'm going to push in the red knob because I'm going to tug against my tractor brake. I'm going to take my foot off the clutch softly. My truck did not move. My truck brake is working properly. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pop out the red. You know, I'm going to pull out the red brake and I'm going to push in to release the tractor brake. So now I have trailer brakes and no tractor brake. So I'm going to lift up on my wheel on the, you know, my tractor did not move. My tractor brake is working properly. I mean, my trailer brake is working properly. The only other thing that changes is when I'm doing my tug test, I'm also checking to make sure I have no play in my fifth wheel. You know, when I tug on the trailer, my trailer brakes are working properly, and I have no play in my fifth wheel connection. So now I'm going to push in. I want to make sure I push in both brakes. I'm going to pull forward at 5 miles an hour. I'm going to apply the brake. I'm going to come to a smooth stop. I want to make sure the steering wheel doesn't move left to right. But and most importantly, I have to be going at least 5 miles an hour. It's not like before. So I'm going to put the truck in fourth. Speed up to 5 miles per hour. Bring the truck to a smooth stop. Steering wheel didn't move left to right. The truck stopped. My service brake is working properly. Now, make sure the truck's in neutral. I pop the brake. When I pop out the yellow, the trailer goes along with it. So I just pop my brakes. Now, this is where I tell the examiner, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Examiner, can you please help me check my lights on the outside? So the examiner is going to get off the truck. The lights that I just checked on the inside, he's going to have to check them all on the outside. Then once the examiner's done checking the lights, he's going to give you the hand signals, you know, left, right turn signal, low beam, high beam, 4-ways. You know, he's going to check the clearance lights. He's checking all the lights from outside the vehicle. Once the examiner checks the lights on the vehicle, then he's going to have you come out and do the pre-trip that's on the outside of the truck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the video. Like always, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm going to make another video which is the pre-trip, the modernized version, but it's going to be filmed on the outside. All right, thank you very much. Have a nice day.